Catholic Church, $1.4 billion in virus aid. You motherfuckers don't pay taxes on your property, but you're taking taxpayer funds that you don't pay into for virus aid. Oh, but they really need it. Let's walk it through. Catholic Church uses special and unprecedented exemption from federal rules to amass at least $1.4 billion in taxpayer-backed coronavirus aid, with many millions going to dioceses that have paid huge settlements or sought bankruptcy protection because of clergy sexual abuse cover-ups, i.e., because of clergy raping kids. Millions of dollars, taxpayer money, paying for dioceses where the clergy were raping kids and the fucking leaders of the churches were trying to cover it up. Remember Pennsylvania, like a couple years ago? Churches Hall may have reached or exceeded 3.5 billion. Not even just 1.4. That's like, this is like the highest margin of the range they might have gotten, because the government doesn't report certain smaller amounts of loans, apparently, who got them, making a global religious institution with more than 1 billion followers among the biggest winners in the pandemic relief efforts. Meanwhile, there are some businesses who can't even get the fucking money because it's first come, first serve, and they were shit out of luck. Isn't that funny? Houses of worship and faith-based organizations that promote religious beliefs and don't pay taxes aren't usually eligible for money from the U.S. Small Business Administration, because they're not a fucking small business. Congress let faith groups and other nonprofits tap into the Paycheck Protection Program, which was created to keep Main Street open and Americans employed, not to pay fucking clergy. In Orange County, California, where a sparkling glass cathedral that cost $70 million was recently opened, diocesan officials working at the complex received 4 loans worth at least $3 million. Bitch, for what? For what? You spent $70 million on a glass cathedral and you need money from the government to fucking pay your pastors? Are you fucking serious right now? You spent $70 million on a cathedral. I think you have the money to fucking tough this out. Maybe you can sell what call it, calculator, please. Calculator. Three divided by 70. Maybe you can rent out 4.3% of your fucking cathedral space to someone to fucking pay you rent or something. Maybe you can get it that way instead of taking taxpayer money. You think maybe. Elsewhere, a loan of at least $2 million went to the diocese covering Wheeling, Charleston, West Virginia, where a church investigation revealed last year that the bishop, Michael Bransfield, embezzled funds and raped kids. Young priests. Fantastic. Thank you, right-wing religious fucking assholes run our government right now, for using taxpayer money. These people who hate fucking big government, by the way, taking taxpayer money to fund fucking rapist dioceses. Thank you. What a great way to spend fucking taxpayer money. I'm glad that these financially, fiscally conservative people running our government right now know how to spend money in intelligent ways. Thank you. Being eligible for low-interest loans was a new opportunity, but the church couldn't have been approved for so many loans without a second break. Religious groups persuaded the Trump administration to free them from a rule that disqualifies an applicant with more than 500 workers. Many Catholic dioceses would have been ineligible because their employees exceed the 500-person cap. A business with this many employees wouldn't have been eligible for the taxpayer money that these assholes stole. But because the Trump administration wants to pander to evangelical dipshits with fucking 20 IQ who vote them in and thinking they're fucking, oh, they hate fucking taxpayer money funding stupid shit. Fucking Trump fucking wheeled that money right the fuck in so he could pander them. Fantastic. The program was open to all religious groups, and many took advantage. Evangelical advisors to the president, including White House spiritual czar, great term for someone fucking in the Trump administration, by the way, Paula White Cain, also received loans. Paula White Cain, who is she? A televangelist. Oh, thank you, Trump. So fucking smart and so fucking brave. Take tax money and give it to a fucking televangelist. Paula White Cain. How about we look at Paula White Cain net worth? Her net worth is over $5 million. Please give her the tax money. She can't make it on her own unless you give her the stimulus. Holy fucking AIDS, dude. You're an inbred dumb fuck, and so is every motherfucker who votes you in. God fucking damn it. I can't fucking believe this shit. This is beyond satire. Like, I was literally making the joke when I was first reading this article. Oh yeah, better give the money to the fucking churches that rape kids. I didn't literally realize we were actually, unironically, giving money to the same fucking diocese where they were covering up the fact that priests were raping kids. I was just joking. I didn't know that the satire was dead. I didn't know that was unironically what was going on. Motherfucker, let's keep reading. Oh, fuck. Oh, every motherfucker who votes for these people is literally fucking 10 IQ. I can't. I just want to fucking turn this off and play video games, but it's like a car wreck. I can't stop watching. I'm sure fucking some Trumpo who's like watching me rant about this is literally just gonna comment, oh, political liberal fake news. Fucking $500 million. Wait, what's the number? $1.4 billion bet on that one. That's the excuse they use. That these fucking inbred fucking insect fucking smooth brain, two-dimensional brain, dumbass motherfuckers will excuse everything in this article. True or not? Oh, well, it must be fake news. It goes in their ear, out the other, and they continue doing whatever dumbass fucking shit they do for a living. Masses were canceled during the Holy Week. Private parishes of expected revenue where the people put the money in the donation box. And layoffs in the diocese. They don't pay taxes, as if that wasn't enough. Then they take benefits from the government paid for by people who actually pay their taxes. So they're stealing money by, like, holding property that they don't pay taxes on like everyone else, and then they steal the money again by taking benefits from the same fucking tax pool that they don't fucking contribute to themselves. And, as a pastor, some of them make, what a useless fucking segment of society. Every time I listen to Destiny talk about why he doesn't go so hard on the religious people anymore and say, well, you know, I figured it's cringe because, you know, people take comfort from things sometimes in different ways. My fucking eyes roll into the back of my head, and it's because of shit like this. Other problems were self-inflicted. Long before the pandemic, scores of dioceses faced increasing financial pressure because of a dramatic rise in recent clergy child rape claims. Clergy sex abuse. Sounds so fucking sanitized. Say the priests were raping children in your article. Say those words aloud. Scandals that erupted in 2018, 2 years ago, throughout the world. Pope Francis ordered the former Archbishop of Washington, Cardinal Theodore McCarrick, to a life of prayer and penance following allegations that he raped kids. Allegations he abused minors and adult seminarians. And a damning grand jury report about abuse in 6 Pennsylvania dioceses revealed bishops had long covered for rapist priests, pedophile priests, spurring investigations. It says predator priests. The wrong P word there. Spurring investigations in more than 20 other states. Dioceses and religious orders shelled out $282 million that year, up from $106 million. Just up from 106. It was more than they paid in rape allegations 5 years ago. Oh, good, the number's going up. I'm so glad. Or that went to some additional legal fees, supports for offending clergy. So the reason they need financial support sounds like they have too many legal fees from their priests raping kids. You think that might be part of it? You think the taxpayer money should be spent bailing these guys out? Maybe we should just if we can't let the banks fail, can we at least let these people fail? I would like it if we could let these people fail, please. I know that the fucking a lot of the evangelical fucking religious right fucking Christian assholes basically have a fucking racket where they're whispering in the ears of like literally Democrat, Republican, like all the politicians, and they fucking run this fucking country. But maybe just this once we should let these assholes fail. Maybe just these particular assholes, okay? I don't even think half of them will fail. Some of them will be fine. They have $70 million fucking cathedrals. It says it in the fucking top of the article. I think they'll be fucking fine. You know? Possibly. They might be able to tough it out, you know? Without taxpayer money. That small businesses who were in line couldn't get because it's first come, first serve, and it ran out. Because assholes like these are taking, what was it, at least 1.4 billion? We go back to the top, but I won't want to lose my fucking place here. When asked about the waiver from the 500 employee cap that religious organizations received, Willing deferred to the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. A spokesperson for the Bishops' Conference acknowledged its officials lobbied for the paycheck program, but said the organization wasn't tracking what dioceses and Catholic agencies received. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Is that supposed to make me not hate you more? Because it makes me hate you more, by the way. These loans are an essential lifeline to help faith-based community organizations to stay afloat. Continue serving those in... Oh, yeah, valuable fucking service. Serving those in need during the crisis by telling them to donate to our fucking bins as they're fucking literally starving from not receiving enough stimulus themselves because we're leeching all the tax money as they're literally starving. Listen, if you pay God, it will plant the seed of goodwill. Oh, fuck, what's that called? With the televangelists who say that if you give them money, like, God will make your life all great. And if your life isn't great yet, you just have to pay more. Remember those guys? There's literally a term for what they're called. They have a little specific, like, branch named after them of crazy-ass televangelist fucking theology. What is it called? I can't even... It doesn't even come to mind anymore. Because, believe it or not, I don't think about that specific brand of scamsters that often, because regardless of whether they're televangelists or, like, just your average fucking church, I hate all religion anyway, so sometimes I fucking forget about how shit gets even crazier than how crazy the normal fucking religious people are. Moving on. Not every Catholic institution sought the loans. The Ukrainian Catholic Eparchy, based in Stamford, Connecticut. I thought it was Stanford, it's Stamford. Told AP that even though its parishes experienced a decline in donations, none of its organizations in the 5-state territory submitted applications. Oh, wow. Some of them aren't that much of us. The financial advisors said pastors and church managers used their rainy day savings, and their parishioners responded generously with donations. As a result, the parishes did not experience a severe financial crisis. Oh, wow! It's almost as if the churches who aren't fucking dumb as shit and who don't have to pay fucking lawsuits all the time because they're fucking parishioners are raping kids, it sounds like those guys are doing fine. Wow. Who would have thought, right? Also, a church isn't a fucking... I mean, if you want to call a church a business, I hope you say that part loud and often so that people realize that you're, that's exactly what you are. You're not a fucking, like, bridge to God or anything. You're a fucking leech who's looking for money. Like every other fucking company. Please say that part louder and more often for me. Business. Yes. Business. Oh, and if you're gonna try to weasel your way into defining yourself as a small business, guess what? Pay fucking taxes too. Fucking prick. Anyway. God, I fucking hate religion. When I left religion in the 7th grade, because even at that age, like, you should be too smart for it, I didn't realize how much I would grow to hate it as the years went on, and I fucking viewed it from the outside. I thought it was gonna be fucking painful to leave religion, dude. I'm fucking patting myself on the back every fucking day. This shit is fucking cancer. Rots your fucking brain and rots fucking everything in fucking society too. Christ. That awkward moment when you think you hate the government. That awkward moment when you think you hate the government, but the guy you elected in to fucking reduce the size of the government and to drain the swamp fucking gives televangelists worth millions of dollars taxpayer money for virus relief. Real awkward moment there. The Archdiocese paid a record $660 million in 2014. That was 4 years before the Pennsylvania thing, by the way, to settle sex abuse claims for more than 500 victims. Spokespeople for that Archbishop, Jose Gomez, did not respond to additional questions about the Archdiocese finances and lobbying, probably because they didn't have any answers. Man. Oh, great. This is even better. Meanwhile, some legal experts say that the special consideration the government gave faith groups in the loan program has further eroded the wall between church and state provided in the First Amendment. With this erosion, religious groups that don't pay taxes have gained more access to public money, said Marcy Hamilton, a University of Pennsylvania professor and attorney who has represented clergy abuse victims on constitutional issues during bankruptcy proceedings. At this point, the argument is you're anti-religious if in fact you would say the Catholic Church shouldn't be getting government funding. No, like, I'm anti-religious, but you don't have to be anti-religious to not be a fucking moron. If the church doesn't fucking pay in the tax pool, it doesn't get money out of the tax pool. It's that fucking simple. Also, if you have a $70 million fucking cathedral, you don't need $3 million in aid. Also, churches don't provide fucking anything for the economy. They're literally fucking leeches. They don't produce anything. What they produce is delusion. What they produce is a bunch of dumbass sheep motherfuckers who waddle into a fucking building every day to fucking pray to their invisible fucking friend and to throw money into a collection bin to keep their fucking church running so that they can build bigger cathedrals. That's it. They don't fucking contribute anything to the fucking economy. They're not essential. They don't fucking do anything. They're literally fucking useless. Why are we bailing them out? I want to see them. I want to see the assholes who want to apologize for this shit. Bring them in. I want to fucking get on Discord and talk to a motherfucker who's brave enough to fucking defend this shit. That would be a fucking barrel of laughs. I want to fucking hear it. I want to hear the defense of this shit. Get me a fucking TradCon Republican to walk me through how any of this shit makes fucking sense. That's gonna be the beginning of my fucking Twitch politics. The first thing I want to do with politics on my channel, moving into the gaming and politics arc, is I want to talk to a motherfucker who thinks that these fucking people should get fucking tax money. I'm moving from atheist to anti-theist this quick, motherfucker. It's the same shit but worse as we go on in time. I see the same shit but worse as every year passes. That's when demand for the first come first served assistance was so high that the initial $349 billion was quickly exhausted, shutting out many local businesses. There's like golden lines, golden fucking 10 out of 10 lines throughout this entire article. Perhaps nothing illustrates the church's aggressive pursuit of funds better than 4 dioceses that had the fucking balls to sue the federal government to receive loans, even though they entered bankruptcy proceedings due to mounting clergy sex abuse claims. They had a bunch of pedophile... Small Business Administration rules prohibit loans to applicants in bankruptcy. If they were a legitimate fucking business that paid taxes, they wouldn't have been allowed to fucking get this loan. But Trump, 5-head Trump over here, got it to them anyway. Pulled some strings and also paid some money to his own spiritual czar, the televangelist girl who whispers into his ear to advise him. This specific diocese had pedophile priests needed bankrupt protection from the government because they were getting sued for having pedophile priests. And then after getting bankruptcy protection, and by the way, they're a church so they don't pay taxes, sued the government to get fucking virus loans. You can't write this shit. Satire was shot in the back of the fucking church. It's dead. You can't even mock it. There's nothing I can say. I can't make any jokes. They literally did the joke. The Archdiocese of Santa Fe accused the Small Business Administration of overreaching by blocking bankruptcy applications when Congress didn't spell that out. Big overreach there. Good argument. Fucking idiot. Yeah, even when a diocese lost in bankruptcy court, its affiliated parishes, schools, and other organizations remained eligible for the loans. Like, how do you lose in bankruptcy court? Is it because you were fucking financially, irresponsible or something? Here are the reasons. Legal Encyclopedia. Is this a good site? What is NOLO? Is there a site that's not? No, formerly known as NOLO Press, is a publisher in Berkeley that produces do-it-yourself legal books and software. Allows people to handle simple legal matters. It's probably fine. Reasons you might lose in bankruptcy court. Bankruptcy fraud. Failing the means test, meaning your disposable income must be low enough to pass the means test before you qualify for a discharge. So if you're a fucking rich asshole and you file for bankruptcy, you have plenty of assets, they're gonna be like, no, fuck you, you don't need protection, I guess. Not completing mandatory education courses. Not paying the court filing fees. Not filing required forms. Not attending the meeting with creditors. Failing to make your Chapter 13 plan payments. So they failed their bankruptcy court and they're still eligible to get fucking loans from the government. Wow, what an intelligent fucking system. Thank you. Thank you, Daddy Trump. Thank you. Give me some more, please. on the U.S. territory of Guam, well over 200 clergy abuse lawsuits. Sorry, 200 clergy abuse lawsuits. That's a lot of raping kids. Led church leaders in the tiny archdiocese of Agana to seek bankruptcy protection. A tiny archdiocese with 200 clergy abuse. Cool, as they estimated at least $45 million in liabilities. But they received $1.7 million as it sues the they had 200 lawsuits from raping kids at one diocese, and they were getting bankruptcy protection from the government, so they were already being bailed out, but they have the balls to sue the government for more fucking money. This is why my migraine is permanent, guys. This is why I'm so angry all the time. This is why I fucking rage and yeah. They might have had a troubling record on raping kids, but Bishop Lawrence in Pennsylvania, the worst state for him to be in, to do apology for this, pushed back on the idea that diocese should be excluded from the government's rescue package. Approximately 80 organizations within his diocese received loans worth $10.3 million, he said, with most of the money going to parishes and schools. That doesn't make me feel better. I don't care. You don't get the money. Let them fail. Church entities help feed, clothe, and shelter the poor. You know what would do more help to clothe and shelter the poor than a couple of assholes who spend $70 million on fucking cathedrals, praying to Sky Daddy, and doing some charity work every now and then that makes them look cool? Actual fucking centralized fucking efforts to, like, elevate the poor out of those conditions and provide them a baseline from which they can actually pull themselves up from their bootstraps and, like, actually find jobs. Like, so, like, the government welfare and shit. The shit all you asshole fucking conservative right religious types fucking hate. That's the actual solution. But you want these assholes to fucking do some charity work every now and then, and you think that's gonna solve the problem. Oh, you know, maybe these guys will fucking give the homeless dude on the corner some soup every now and then, you know, in between sessions of raping kids. I know some people might react with surprise that government funding helped support faith-based schools, parishes, and dioceses, he said. But the separation of church and state does not mean that those motivated by the faith have no place in the public square. I come from the Lollipop Guild, and I'm here to tell you. No one's saying you... Wait. You don't contribute to the public square. You don't contribute to the funding for the public square. You don't pay taxes. All you are is a leech. By definition, you have no place, no business in the public square. Sit in your little private corner and jerk yourselves off all you fucking want. If you want to be a bunch of assholes who don't pay taxes and, like, raise kids to have AIDS in the brain and think that the world was created 200,000 years ago or whatever dumb fucking shit half you people believe, that's fine. Stay the fuck out of taxpayer money. That's all I have to say about that. Trump really on the side of small business here by giving money meant for them to fucking churches that rape kids. Oh, I missed this part. This is probably the best fucking meme. You know how police departments will, like, send off to other departments officers with, like, brutality problems? Well, this is like the religious version of this. Among recipients of the loans was the St. Luke Institute, the Catholic Treatment Center for priests accused of sexual abuse and those suffering from other disorders. Received a loan ranging from $350K to $1 million. Based in Silver Spring, Maryland, the Institute has at times been a way station for priests accused of sexual abuse who returned to active ministry only to abuse again. 10 out of 10 meme. High quality.